Today, we have two items on the agenda. The first item is, hopefully my internet doesn't crash this time, at 2 minutes from 5-0ing. So, that's item one. Hopefully that does not happen. Item two is we're going to jam some modern red-white taxes, which is a deck I've never ever played before, but I've seen it popping up more and more in events. Just kind of randomly showing up. The normal white taxes shell with bolts and Magus of the Moons and stuff are the primary additions. This one has the cheeky Restoration Angel Kiki Jiki combo with like the one of, I don't know how good it is. It seems like what's the word I'm looking for? Ambitious, I guess, to be playing a 5-drop in your Death and Taxes deck. And just a one-of that can randomly combo off. I guess it's okay when you have stuff like Flicker Wisp or Daredevil or Blade Splicer as well, making copies of those. But I don't know. Maybe it's horrible. Maybe it's secretly really good. It does allow you to like randomly kill your opponent from nowhere. Just end step, flash in, resto, untap, Kiki, kill them. It'd be more interesting if you could have like recruiters in this format. Like Recruiter of the Guard, and then like resto the recruiter, go get Kiki or something. Be interesting. It'd be neat. But anyway, this list I primarily stole off of like the top 16 of GB Barcelona, something like that. A while back, I made some own tweaks. I don't know how the deck plays, so I don't know how like good or bad my tweaks were. But like I played a 23rd land because I felt like 22 lands was very wrong with 5 4-drops and a 5-drop, and then like 4 more 4-drops in the sideboard. Especially these are all non-creatures, so you can't file these in. So I added a 23rd land. I also like cut the Grafdigger's Cage for a Lightning Bolt. I wasn't sure what the 15th card should be, to be honest, but I don't like Grafdigger's Cage in Modern a lot. Not in these decks, at least. You have Rest in Peace. If I wanted a third Rest in Peace, I'd play that, but I don't think Dredge is a big enough thing, and against Casey, we seem fine. Triple Stony Silence. Triple Stony Silence, Thalia's, Double Rip. Wear Tear. Maybe. Wait, hang on. Cage is really bad against KCI, right? Yeah, because it's like you just can't cast stuff from graveyards, and they can't, yeah, and they can't enter the battlefield. Yeah, Cage seems horrible. I don't know why the guy was playing Cage. Maybe they just really didn't want to play against Collected Company decks that day. Kind of side hates Dredge and Storm as well. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong again. I don't know. I don't know a lot about this deck, but I like Taxes decks, so we're gonna jam this. I do like having Lightning Bolt in your Taxes deck. Oftentimes you just don't have that reach, or you can't answer like turn 1 Mana Dork, and Lightning Bolt lets you do both those things without being Path to Exile. And Fatal Push does not go face. So we're gonna give this a whirl in a competitive Modern League. Hello, cat. I'm still a little bit miffed about yesterday's stream when my internet died. We could have 5-0'd. I still need to post my like 5-0 list on Twitter. I usually try to tweet out whenever I 5-0 a league and post the deck list and stuff. But my internet died, so I couldn't do any of that. I couldn't even upload the YouTube video, which I also didn't do today. I'll just upload both of them at the end of this stream. Upload yesterday and today. Anyway, let's see how this deck runs. I would like to play first. This hand seems okay, I suppose. I guess we'll keep. I have 23 lands in my deck, and we have a lot of castable spells. If my opponent goes Battlefield Forge Pass, what would I think? I don't even know if I would immediately go to red-white Taxes. Was my opponent on burn? This Battlefield Forge is gonna hurt. At least we get to bolt a Goblin Guide here. Burn. That's a lot worse. Still want to bolt it, because I'm going to just play Thalia next turn. I would like more lands, preferably ones that don't hurt me when I tap them. Sure. Less sure. What is 5 cards in? I go to 16 casting the Aether Vial. If they have like Searing Blaze on my Thalia, we're really bad off. It's between pathing this Eidolon and just casting this Aether Vial, because my mana is so wonky. I think I'm just going to be taking too much damage from this Battlefield Forge if I don't get this Aether Vial online. This deck probably doesn't have a lot of burn sideboard cards, now that I think about it. It's not like the black-white deck is, where you have Tide Hollow and Thought Knot to, like, severely punish people. We have, like, a Burned and Forge Tender in the sideboard. So we're at an effective 12, effective 11, because I need to path this. We have Daredevil for a Bolt. If they cast a Helix, this Daredevil could be pretty good. But for now, we will pass the turn. Hey, cat, get out of here. You can't chew on that cord. I don't want to path this Goblin Guide till the attack if they have, like, a haste creature. Or path this Eidolon, I mean, not Goblin Guide. Cat, stop chewing on that. Take even more damage here. I think we're pretty dead unless they cast Lightning Helix. Cat, get out of there. Get. Whew. Alright, what does my opponent have second main? Path the cat, if only. If only it were that easy. Suspend Riftbolt, play another Eidolon. Alright, that's not the worst. Cat, I swear. I'm doing pretty good static. How are you? We're kind of getting super punished for having Battlefield Forge in our deck. But other than that, we're doing okay. Cat! And this cat's being really annoying and really wanting to chew on this lamp.
Get her over here.
Oh, right, there's an Eidolon in play. I probably should not have cast that Smuggler's Copter. I blame that cast on the cat. It's definitely an ill-advised cast of the Smuggler's Copter. That one's all the cat's fault. Got back from dinner. Sounds good. Yeah, my opponent has like any other burn spell, we just die. Or he has 2 other burn spells in their 4-card hand. This looks like I'm about to die. No, I just burned my face. Searing Blaze, wow, rude. Technically, they didn't have lethal, but, I mean, there was no way to, like, that I was actually going to be able to beat the Searing Blaze. Wait, did they play a land this turn? I don't think they did, so... Did we just win? We have lethal now with Direfleet Daredevil on their Bolt. Oh. Oh man, I almost tossed that game because I thought the Searing Blaze was lethal. But we actually managed to sneak out that win. Like I was talking about, the red cards do provide you that little bit of additional reach you kind of need to edge out games. That was certainly something. Sideboard of time, I guess. I probably want Fourth Bolt and Burrington Forge Tender and Worship. And probably nothing else. What do I cut is the question. Most of these cards seem okay. I guess probably just cut the high end, right? Kiki's probably not quite worth it. Kiki and like Piankaron. Oh, I need to cut one more card. Flick Wisp was never super great against these decks. I think I like Resto a little bit more. It just blocks better. Can save stuff from removal without having a Vial in play. Protects like Thalias and stuff from Searing Blazes and the like. Did not expect to steal that game there. Ugh. Well, we have a handful of 4-drops. We're on the draw with 2 removal spells, though, and a Worship. If we get to this Worship, I think we're good. How's this list been treating me? Well, this is our first match, and we just won game 1, so decently so far, but I have absolutely no experience in red white taxes, so decided to take it out for a spin, because it cost me, like, probably 5 ticks or something to build it. Revealing Thalia. It's not the worst. Hopefully this thing flips a land, or we are in trouble. That is another Restoration Angel. Ooh, a 1-lander for my opponent, though. This Thalia might be able to edge out this game in that case. Oh, immediately hits the second land drop. And we hit the third land drop at least. I don't know when I'm going to activate this Field of Ruin, but I'm probably going to fire it off. Suspend Rift Bolt. Because I don't want to give them access to too much mana, but I also want to give myself access to more white. Hello, Cogwhistle. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I think right now is probably fine. That is technically a land. I think we can get there with this Worship and, like, triple Restoration Angel. Making it, like, Restoration Angels are very hard for Lightning Bolt-based decks to kill. They aim this Rift Bolt at the Thalia, we just have an army of Restos. Yep. I almost want to play this Splicer first. We're at 15. My opponent has 5 cards in hand. Just so I can get some value on these Restos. Probably fine. We get to leave up Path as well. I don't think we're very close to dying here. I'm gonna Searing Blaze something. Destructive Reverie, my Golem. Searing Blaze, alright. That's fine. I can't Path it to turn off the damage. If it were like a Searing Blood, then I probably would. So we're at 9, and my opponent has 4 cards in hand, which gets really scary, but effectively this Worship at least gains me 3-ish life, because they'll have to opponent burns both the Splicer, so I think I have to jam Worship here. Alternatively, no, Resto barely misses setting up lethal. Technically, I have lethal with the Needle Spires plus the Resto cast, but with my opponent having 4 cards in hand, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, end step Skull Crack me or whatever. So this means that they have to at least kill my Splicer as well. And then if we get these Restos up, then I feel decently safe. Skullcrack gets through damage prevention, though, right? To actually look up the text of Skullcrack. Boros trying my face. Sure, I got nothing. I'm tapped out, opponent. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Yeah. So if they have, like, haste dude into Skullcrack, he looks my guy. Thank you. Now we have a chance to untap with these Restos, which means that our Worship is online. It's poop. Is that just modern taxes in general, or specifically the red-white variant? Arbiter's not particularly helpful. If I had 6 mana, it'd be okay, but... I don't know if Worship is considered damage prevention. Maybe it's not. I have no idea how I guess I could probably Google Skullcrack versus Worship. That didn't really work. I don't know. I think I want to main phase this Resto. I'm at 5. I don't want to die to instant speed. I have no idea how Skullcrack interacts with Worship, so we're just gonna hope it works out favorably for me. Because it says damage. Oh wait, damage that would reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. Is that preventing the extra damage? I have nothing. Because they could have Destructive Revelry. That'd be pretty bad for me too. With all these Stomping Grounds. That's not a prevent effect. Worship does not prevent damage. Oh, cool. TIL. Opponent double burning my Resto. I have 2 more in hand. Ooh, Searing Blaze. That's a scary one. I kind of want to path my own Resto here so I can play Arbiter and Resto. Honestly. I know it doesn't prevent the damage from the Searing Blaze, but... I want to just have multiple creatures. My opponent has 1 card left in hand, so they're pretty hosed. And we also just draw the hard lock, I think. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're just gonna play Burnt and Forge Tender instead of Leon and Arbiter here. Because I don't know if my opponent can beat Burrington plus Worship. Opponent just concedes. I think that might be the hard lock versus Burn. I'm not... And I mean, except for Destructive Revelry, I suppose. Other than that, that might be the lock. Are you running Kiki in this? Yeah, I'm running the one of the Miser's Kiki Jiki. Just because I thought it was sweet. I don't know if it's good, but it definitely seems adorable. Path in the sideboard. Oh yeah. I guess they could have brought in Paths. And Path beats Fortender. It's pretty close to the hard lock, if nothing else. They need, like, niche sideboard cards, Path, or Destructive Revelry. which it's debatable if they even brought either of those in. Alright. This hand seems decent. The old Kikijiki plus a legendary creature combo. A 5 costing through a dude feels kinda... Yeah. I don't think it's very good, but I think it's really adorable, and I kinda like it just for that factor. If we just draw Resto here, we just win the game. It's also just very fragile, just a 2/2, but it doesn't take... Oh, man. Oh, time to lose. This hand sucks against Tron. At least we have this Tech Edge, but I would much rather it be a Field of Ruin or a Ghost Quarter right now. No, the Moon Men are in the sideboard. I'm gonna Sylvan. Yep. The old 1-2 punch. 1-2-3 punch. Hopefully they just have like Wormcoil Engine or something not scary. Some real good Kikijiki synergies in this deck. Kind of want to protect the Tech Edge from like a... I guess I can't really protect it. I'm gonna have this Thalia to protect it from a Karn, because they can't Karn me this turn. So I can just not take the 2 damage here. What does this even do? +1/+0. Target creature can't block. Cool. That is... It's, like, very close to the deck list that, like, top 16 to GB Barcelona. I think I changed 2 or 3 cards. Opponent cannot Karn me, at least. We have answers to Wormcoil. Oh, yeah, no Chandra. I changed to the Chandra to second Gideon, because I didn't want to buy a Chandra. I didn't actually look up how much they cost, but I assumed it was more than I wanted to purchase. If they play Wormcoil, we can actually path it and then Tech Edge them. I guess they could always fail to find if they're actually licensed up to this Tech Edge. Maybe that's a reason to not play the Tech Edge there. If they have a creature to cast here. Thought the deck was ran 12 red sources. I copied the mana base straight up and then put in a 23rd land as a basic plains. I have no idea what the mana base looks like. Yeah, hey, this hand can cast Kikijiki. Mana base is obviously perfect. I don't know what the opponent's tanking on so hard. They have Tron and 7 cards in hand. Just like, how badly do I want to wreck my opponent's day here? Yeah, P&K is one of my favorite cards to play in the red Texas variants. Flickering P&K is nonsense. In Legacy, when you have Vial on 4 and Caracas, it's just like make infinite Thopters. Alright, I want to draw, in no particular order, Ghost Quarter, Field of Ruin, Flicker Wisp. If I draw like Flicker Wisp into Resto, we get like Flicker Wisp and Urza land with the Vial, and then next turn Resto Flicker Wisp to Urza land, and then Kiki Resto them. Oh, they're just setting up to O-Stone me. That's pretty bad for me. Rip. How much does it take to animate? 4? Cool. We're just going to double pump the Thopter and bash him for 7. How are they going to beat that? And then cast a Kikijiki and punch him with it next turn. It's probably much worse than animating Needle Spires. Get him. Bring in the Thopter beatdown. So now they just have an Oblivion Stone, so that's wonderful. Blow up my Vial and all my creatures. I'm left with a Needle Spires in there at 13. If we draw Restoration Angel, we might have a shot. I would have kept up Tech Edge and only swung for 6. I mean, is leaving up Tech Edge super relevant, right? They're just going to be able to cast a spell. Or I guess it forces them to O-Stone on my turn, so I can untap and do things. But they're just going to, like, they're just going to O-Stone in my combat step anyway. Very amused by having only legendary... Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Felver. My opening hand was, like, Path, Kiki, Vial, Pia, and lands, and we drew Thalia. It's like, man, this Kiki is excellent. Copy this Thopter token. Oh, I found another Urza's Tower. Got a lot of mana. They've got 8. They're just not even going to play it. That makes sense. Because they already have the 5 mana here. Alright, well, we didn't draw the land. We're probably horribly, horribly hosed here. Yeah, I'm praying that all they have is a Wormcoil Engine in their 7-card hand, and not just O-Stone, untap, Ulamog you. This is just non-lands, right? Just for each non-land. So I can actually animate Needle Spires here. To at least deal them some damage. Yep. Get him. Get him, Needle Spires. Karn, deal. Definitely not bad for me. Definitely. Oh no, Needle Spires! Yeah, we're super dead. If this Tech Edge had been any of our other 5 land destruction pieces. Tech Edge is like the worst of the 3, I think. I literally copied the mana base, but I'm not a fan of Tech Edge in Modern. Do they just have like another Karn? Is that their plan? Wormcoil. I can beat that. I can beat that any day. Please crack it. Oh, man. Come on, crack the map. You know you want to. My opponent going ham here. Alright, we need to draw untapped land. And we have a plan in the works. We just need the untapped land. Does my opponent know how Leonard Arbiter works? Let's find out. Okay, they're just cycling that, sure. I don't even have to combo them. If I have Resto and Kiki and Arbiter, it just, like, is 7 damage, but it's just really funny. Alright, my opponent doesn't know how Leon and Arbiter works, so that's good for me. It's amazing the amount of people that actually don't know how Arbiter works in MTGO. I always expect that people will know it by now, and just I always play against players that don't. Is this the awkward, small rage of not knowing how Arbiter works? Opponent is cursing to themselves. Was their plan, like, cast Ulamog here? Go get another tower? Card isn't that... Yeah. I mean, but, like, I guess I play maybe more than the average person in MTG. I'm not sure. I guess I stream, like, a league every day. Wormcoil. Alright, we need this land! Oh, man, please. Please let me draw this land. This would be the greatest day of my life. Come on, deck. I ask one time. Give me this untapped land. Please. Ah, oh, that's... And they're like one off of lethal. Oh, God. Oh, God. They're just gonna, like, cycle, Ugin me or whatever, I'm gonna die because I missed this land. Man, that would have been so good if we didn't miss the land, though. Opponent has not learned their lesson. They still don't know how Arbiter works. They tried again, and nothing happened. You'd think they would learn after the first time. I don't think... I could, like, block and bolt my own Wormcoil, or bolt my own Arbiter. So this puts them up to 10, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So even if we draw, like, another bolt, we'll still be fine here. Whereas if I block and put them to 1, I don't think there's a card in my deck that can really, like, nug them for that last single point of damage this turn. So I think it's fine to just take it and leave up this bolt. And hopefully just draw this land for the Kiki. God, I hope. I hope. Ah, well, that makes my plan a lot worse. Don't it? Oh, wow. That is certainly a land to draw. So if I attack for 5 here, they go to 5, they go up to 11. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 still. Yeah. Versus if I just attack them down to 7. Yeah. This is fine. They probably just pop the O-Stone, right? Because they get two dudes here. I can bolt the lifelink one at least. Opponent's digging for a better card than Worm Coil. Field Ruin. Oh, that's annoying. Also kind of a weird addition to their deck, but sure. Oh no, now they can't screw up the map. Bolt that. I guess Flicker Wisping the Worm is much more relevant than, like, playing Kiki here and hasting in for 2. Also, Kiki plus Flicker Wisp, I can actually take them off of Tron. Playing the Kiki makes me better if I draw exactly Restoration Angel, but... Grab Sanctum of Ugin, alright. If we can dodge a fatty somehow for another turn, we might be okay. Sure, cycles. That's a mine. The issue is, so if I Kiki, I have to just look at this mine, right? They'll only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands tops. But if I can't do it in a way that I set up for lethal next turn, right? Because I'm only tagging them to 7, playing Kiki, end step making a thing. Do you greed the 5? Yeah, I don't think I greed the 5 damage. I mean, I'm not going to greed the 5 damage. It's at least 6, because I can just clone the Wisp. Hit him twice. Put them to 4. But I think the better play is to just keep them off power plant using the Kiki. Put them to 7. And then untap, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll be 1 off of lethal, though, is the issue. But so I guess I attack first. Draw. Yeah, I guess it does. It makes me live to draw a bolt. Karn. No, that's not good. Now I can just like Karn my Kiki, and then we're just dead because the Sanctum searches up Ulamog. Yeah. Yep. Direfleet does literal nothing. So they're gonna Ulamog me. Is there any way I live? No. Kill the Karn, play 2 more dudes, die to this Ulamog. Could have drawn like Ghost Quarter. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Could have drawn like Ghost Quarter or Field Ruin still, but just never hit it. Because we could draw bolts, right? We could draw like running bolts here or something. So attack my opponent's face then. And by running bolts, I mean I need to like top deck exactly a bolt, and they could still Karn minus plus Ulamog me all my creatures away. This was a surprisingly close game for everything that's happened. We draw Path to keep us in the game. So they don't die to... Oh, we tried. We tried very hard. Did not quite get there. We had several spots where we could have drawn, like, almost anything and been able to turn that game. But now we get to go post-board. We have a lot of reasonable cards for this matchup. Is Wear Tear worth it? It's a 2-drop destroy an artifact, and they don't have any enchantments in their deck. I don't think... Maybe it's okay on the play, because you can shatter, like, a map or something. It seems like kind of bad. Let's see what's bad in this deck first. And, like, maybe this Lightning Bolt for extra reach is also relevant. Daredevil seems like it sucks here. And, like, cut Copter. I want to cut Copters and Files, because it's, like, triple Stony. I don't even have enough cards to bring in for that plan. Could, like, leave a Copter. Because I think leaving in an A Copter is better than leaving an A File. Could do, like... Or could leave in both Copters and not bring in the Wear Tear. I don't know, don't want these. I'm trying to think of if Wear Tear is relevant against anything else in their deck. I want this Bolt is what I wanted. Well, that answers that. Oh no, the question was the second, like, cut all the Copters and bring in the Wear Tear, or leave in a single Copter. I think on the play I'm okay having a Wear Tear for specifically shooting down maps. I think on the draw it's probably just too bad though. Though Vile Kiki makes me feel uncomfortable in the I mean, it's probably better than, I don't know. Seemed okay. We hit a lot of land drops that game, but we were also flooding out a little bit. I also like a way to just, like, hit the end the game button. Like, Vile and Kiki is pretty ambitious. You're getting to turn 6 against Tron. Guess I could have cut the 3-wood Inspector. The clue's probably not very useful with triple Stony. We'll just path our own creatures to get to the Kiki. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. How many red sources do we even have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. That's so little to cast this Kiki Jiki. Alright, maybe it shouldn't be in our deck. But I can't. I could probably bring in, like, the Copter, but we're leaving it in for Mize. Maximum Mize factor all the time. But it is really bad. I didn't count how many red sources are in this mana base. Ugh, I hate this hand. This hand's a trap. This hand's really good if I'm playing against, like, humans, but these bolts just are not what I want in the early game. I want to be, like, top decking them when my opponent's at 3. I think I just want better hate cards. Yeah, seems okay. We have a Ghost Quarter. I think I want more lands, because I'm probably going to have to fire off this Ghost Quarter. Probably going to have, like, turn 2 Selfless Spirit, and then turn 3 have to Ghost Quarter them and not play a 3-drop. That's what we want. The old Lone Pia. Did they find the tower? Did they find a Worm Coil? Which means I should probably Ghost Quarter them. Because we can't really beat a Worm Coil right now. I guess I actually could with, like, double Splicer. There's no guarantee my opponent has Tron. But what would they have kept? So they didn't cast Chromatic Sphere on turn 1, which means they drew, or they didn't cast Chromatic Sphere, so they drew Chromatic Sphere, and that turned on their Ancient's turn. So why would they have kept this 7, unless they just had, like, natural Tron? No, they were probably not hoping to draw a chromatic piece. The Ghost Quarter sets me so far back is the main issue. I think I kind of just have to do it, though. We have enough lands that we can rebuild. Okay, they didn't just have the tower. I read them right. Of course, we immediately draw the Arbiter, which would have been really nice with the Ghost Quarter last turn. Luckily, we have Soulful Spirit to beat this O-Stone. But you didn't slay in Sunhome for the... I think Sunhome is just, like, way too much mana. This Slayer Stronghold by itself is already ambitious. Alright, so my opponent has Ultratron online. Opponent goes to 12, and then if we play Splicer, we'll have 8, 9, 10. So we don't have lethal if we play Splicer. And we know my opponent has Worm Coil in hand. I can play... I know it's kind of cliche to make fun of Tron players, but... yeah. I mean, some people could say the same about Death and Taxes, right? I think I'm going to play Pia here, because I'm not attacking with the Golem next turn, because they're probably going to play Worm Coil. So Pia at least lets me chip them in with a Thopter, and then we play the second Blade Splicer to follow up. Oh, they're just going to O-Stone all my cards? That's fine. Alright, let's draw a Ghost Quarter, please. That's not the worst thing I've ever seen. 2, 3, 4. They are just going to cast a Worm Coil Engine, though. Pop the old O-Stone. Nope, nope. Yep. Magus them, and then hope we can find an answer for Worm Coil Engine. This is just like Thragtusk. We can handle a Thragtusk with Blade Splicer. We just need them to not hit land number 6. Oh, nope, there's land number 6. Yeah, it's just a Worm Coil. Which is more beatable than... Oh, this is a Ballista for 3. That is much worse than the Worm Coil Engine. Ghost Quarter time, please? Nope. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They can just pump this 3 times. Jeez. Alright, well, we're gonna put this one down as an L here. We are definitely dead. just got an Ulamog? Alright, I've had enough. That walking ballista sure was a bummer. I do think that match would have turned out quite differently had we actually drawn that Arbiter the turn that we had to just fire off the Ghost Quarter for no value. The matchup could have, like, totally flipped itself on its head. This seems a little awkward, but it's probably good enough. It'd be nicer if we had Thraben Inspector on 1, but... Steam Vents deck. Do I actually want the Inspector on 1 now? Otherwise, what's it going to be? Inspiring, Inspector, Ghost Quarter, Copter, Spire. Might as well try to get in the chip shots. My opponent's playing Jeskai or Blue Moon or some other very, very slow deck. Misty, are they on Storm? Storm doesn't... Oh. What is this? Scape Shift? Just normal, good old 3 to 4 color Scape Shift, huh? Neat. Well, I don't want to be drawing Path Exiles in this matchup. Path is actual stone garbage. At least against Titan Shift, you can Path Primeval Titans. I missed the black-white. Yeah, black-white significantly better here, that's for sure. Significantly better. We're playing black-white again tomorrow, though. We always play it on Wednesdays. Jesus. Cannot catch a break with these draws. Queue into like one of the only no creature decks in the format. Draw triple Path of Exile and Lightning Bolt. Opponent doesn't have like Cryptic up. I don't want to shock this Foundry in anyway. Oh, that's dumb actually. I just let my opponent Scape Shift me for 2 lower. Or for 1 land lower. Wanted to be able to like bolt them or path something. Path my own creature to hit more land drops. But that was definitely not worth it. Loot away some of these paths at least. If this doesn't die, which it's about to. Or not. Could just play second Copter instead of Bolt. No, I like leaving up Ghost Quarter. Makes it so that my opponent like can't tap low. That's rude. Could path it. I think I do want to path it, honestly. I just want more mana to be able to cast my spells. What do you say about Black-White Eldrazi processor? The mana base is similar to Black-White E&T. I'm thinking of building that one. Can you send me a list? I'm not exactly familiar. I've seen like a Black-White Eldrazi mid-range-ish deck before, but I'm having a hard time just like thinking about the list that commonly runs it. But it usually like omits the taxes element, like you cut the Thalias and arbiters for lingering souls, discard spells, fatal pushes and stuff. And you just play like more of a mid-range control-y plan. Oh wow, they do have Primeval Titans in their deck. What is the blue for, then? Are they just, like, running Primeval Titan and normal 3-color Scape Shift? Or are they splashing blue and Titan Shift for something? So I'm like I said, I'm not very familiar with the more mid-range strategies. I'm very good at, I play a lot of taxes, so not to say that like the black white Eldrazi mid-range decks are bad. They just like you play a different game plan, and it's just not something that I'm all about necessarily. That's probably like it's fine. In all honesty, in Modern you could probably play Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, like Lingering Souls, and just fill the rest of the card, like auto-fill the rest of the deck, and it's like, it's playable. Discard spells are very powerful in Modern. So my opponent has infinity mana. Oh god. Okay, that one says newly controlled, cool. I was about to say I have no idea how to test which one I'm supposed to animate. What's up, Kogan? How's it going? I do not want land 5. As much as I want Bolt and Restoration Angel. We're just dead if they have like Escape Shift or another Prime Time, but what can you do? Oh, well, that seems like another Prime Time. It's like actual dead? I'm not good at math here. I don't think it's like dead. They get 2 mountains, get 4 bolts. They put me to 3 or something. Then I almost have lethal. Oh, they just got another Valakut and a land, so they just get the 3 triggers because they just want to kill my Thalia. That's fair. So if they attack, we just die. Resto, animate Copter, attack, loot into like exactly my 4th Path to Exile, and then we actually just die because we path them, so. Still not sure why my opponent has 3 Steam Vents in their deck. Looks like they're playing way too many non-blue cards to be on like the traditional Scape Shift with Cryptic commands and stuff. Just confused about what the blue is for. So we want Magus's, Burnton, Selfless Spirit, and maybe this Bolt. And we do not want Direfleet Daredevils. We want all these. We, like, vaguely want paths, but not really. This deck does board into Obstinate Balos and stuff a lot. Mid-range things that you need to plow out of the way, especially because you can't bolt them. Maybe worth just shaving down bolts. Because all Bolt does is go upstairs. Just, like, leave in this core here. None of these other cards are very good. Just go down to, like, 1 Bolt. This looks okay. I don't hate this. What's up, Spider Space? How's it going? I would like to play first. Sounds pretty serviceable. Would like a couple more land, but a Vile Arbiter and a Field of Ruin. It's not the worst. the middle of getting wrecked here, playing red-white taxes. I don't know what I'm doing. Still don't know why my opponent has Steam Vents in their deck. Drawing all of our bad cards. To be fair, most of our deck is probably bad cards at this stage. Don't even know if I want to play the Arbiter into a Bolt. Although I can't... If I draw a land, I can pair with the Field of Ruin, actually. It's probably actually not worth it to cast this Arbiter here. I don't want to just die to a Bolt, and if I draw the land, I can actually try to... I mean, it punishes them if they have more fetch lands, but... They fetched immediately. This deck plays a lot of non-fetches, so... I don't like just slamming Arbiter here. Especially because I just, like, don't have a turn 2 play. Or a turn 3 play, I guess. You're supposed to play it out because he's going to search for... No, he searches next turn, right? Yeah, the search is next turn. Otherwise, yeah, I would have played it, because then they would have had to pay 2 mana. Explore, sure. Red-white is pretty sure. I've seen red-white been performing reasonably well. I have no idea how. Am I supposed to just fire off this bolt at my opponent's face? Probably not. That was sick. My opponent didn't play around my Arbiter. Also, less sick. We didn't draw the land to Field of Ruin them for the complete blowout, but let's see if they fetch end of turn. Oh, they didn't. Interesting. Oh, this is a... Yeah, I was supposed to activate this vial before they cast to make them think it might be Thalia. Not that it matters. I think they just have the bolt here. That's why they didn't fetch. Or they can actually... well, I guess I was supposed to valid in. No, it didn't matter here. Could also path my own Arbiter if they end up killing it anyway. Putting it in instead versus putting it in now did not matter at all. Yeah, I don't know, it does have Breeding Pool and like three Steam Vents in their deck. I don't are they just... I think they're just on normal 3-color Escape Shift with Primeval Titan Summoners Pact, but that just seems very unusual. Sakura, sick. I will bolt that. Oh no, yeah, I forgot. They can sack it right now. Bring up 5-0s on the challenge finish. I feel like I'm having to stay one step ahead of myself. I heard people talking in the D&T Discord that you 5-0'd with humans, and someone called you like like you were the chosen one. Something like that. Come on, please draw a land. Would really like to Field of Ruin my opponent. Nice. Not 5 with humans. Oh, that was winning the modern... Okay, there we go. Yeah, you performed well with playing humans. Field of Ruin their Valakut, I guess. Could take them off of blue, but I'm still not convinced the blue in their deck actually does anything. Sure. Broken Bond. Well, I guess I can counter that with the Wisp. It is really annoying, though. Can let them not put a land into play. Puts me light years away from casting Restoration Angels. They are, like, not... They're pretty close to dying here. We technically have lethal. It's like Anger the Gods me. It's kind of annoying. Sweltering Suns. I'll path my own creature so I can get Resto up. That Sakura looks weird. Is that like a promo of some sort? Alright, so we're dead to Scape Shift. 1, 2, 3. I guess we're not. We're dead to land plus Scape Shift. We don't have lethal set up. If they, like, just prime time me and set up for next turn. We draw Magus would be, I think, one of our best draws. I guess Kiki would be our best draw. I guess we block this. 19's pretty close to 18, but... Or, 19's pretty close to 20 in this matchup. Yeah. They'll just sack. Oh, they just do have the Scape Shift? Sure. What were they playing around? They did have... Yeah, because they had land plus Scape Shift, is what I talked about them having lethal. Do they have Violent anything to punish them? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's enough Alcatraz to kill me. You got me, opponent. Bummer. Kind of getting savaged in this league after our pretty resourceful 2-0. But most Texas variants have always been, like, had super dicey. Was that even... Does that deck qualify as Titan Shift? I literally never saw a reason for them to have a blue card in their deck. Or, like, a blue card, just, like, having blue lands. They had a breeding pool and 3 steam vents, and cast 0 blue cards. I'm gonna put that under Titan Shift. Even if it didn't play out, even if they weren't technically Titan Shift, the matchup played out exactly like it was Titan Shift. They never cast anything that wasn't in a Titan Shift deck. Might have been Bring Delight. No, because we didn't see, like, normal Bring Delight stuff, like the 4th color. We didn't see Bring Delight Scape Shift stuff. We saw all Titan Shift cards. And Bring Delight for 3 seems really bad. Even Bring Delight for 4 doesn't seem great when you're also on the Titans plan. That's just, like, way too many, like, win cons. Ugh. Let's see, it's much better. Oh, much is a little generous. Double follow you. I don't think I want that. Definitely want spells to cast. Hallowed Fountain. Finally playing against a slow blue deck. I didn't say it was for you just could have had it. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's fair. They could have had... I mean, they could have also had, like, Cryptic Command in their deck. It's not a good card for them to have, but a card that exists. 2 mana Serum Visions. Trying to cast a Search for Azcanta, perhaps? I think we're just gonna like pump the Thalia and punch in. I don't think I'm casting Flicker Wisp here. I like Flicker Wisp a lot more in this matchup to try to 2-for-1 opponents. So let's just... My life total very most likely does not matter. Punch. Oh wow, Bant Spirits, huh? Did not see that coming. Am I just never gonna play against a slow blue deck? I miss those matchups. Well, this double Flicker Wisp is really good against Bant Spirits here. Especially good against this Spell Queller that they're... Or not Bant, this could be just be Blue-White Spirits. Either way, these Flicker Wisps are going to be very good. Could be holding up like anything with this Rattle Chains in play, though. Guess I can just pump again. Just race them. I'm never blocking anything on the ground, so let's just attack first. The Vigilance doesn't matter. I guess I technically could have also hasted in a Flicker Wisp, but that seems very loose. Pump. They have a card they want to flash in. Drog-Skull Captain. Alright, goodbye, Drog-Skull Captain. Might as well take them off the extra damage here. I don't want to like try to Flicker Wisp one of their creatures and they can flash in like a second Captain in response. To just completely negate my Flicker Wisp trigger and deal those extra damage. Because this matchup's definitely gonna come down to a race here. We're at Activate Shifet Dunes mana now. Just gonna keep punching him with this Thalia. Thanks, Yas. Good to know that you appreciate my content so much. I like how your good luck has slowly devolved. By a year from now, it'll just be like the letter L. What are they gonna cast here on 4 mana? Supreme Phantom? Sure. Why is this not a Path of Metal? Path of Metal will be really good here. It kills all my creatures that are in play and in my hand. Wow, opponent is going deep. Yeah, it's fair. It was not a criticism. Doesn't kill. Oh yeah, it doesn't. Thalia's first strike. That's probably accurate. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? I mean, I could kill him on the crackback. And if they try to flash in a Lord, we have just this Wisp to take away 4 damage. Oh, they decided to leave one back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Sure. I'll take 12. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. If we flicker out Supreme Phantom, they would need to flash in like 2 different spirits to not die here. With 3 cards left. That's probably worth it. Whereas if I flicker this Rattle Chains, I can confirm whether or not I have lethal, but that means that, like, I died to 1 spirit. We're at 5. We just need to, like, hope we can close here. Oh, right. I forgot they all have hexproof. Shit. Probably should have done this differently then. Flicker one of their lands, I suppose. No, it definitely doesn't make a big deal now. Oh, we're dead if they have a spirit in their hand. Which is not horribly unlikely. We could also draw a Bolt and not be dead. Let's flicker out their captain here. We could draw, like, another Flicker Wisp or something. We're unlikely to win. Okay, Rattle Chains. Now we probably can't draw a lot to win. That certainly doesn't do it. I'm just play Arbiter there first. Not that it matters. Because the Slayer, the Arbiter cast is free. If they have, like, another creature, then it... Oh, they are banned. Alright. Playing it out did end up mattering. Yeah, block like that. Dang it. Just don't block a Wisp. Just take the 3. Yeah, we're dead. So everyone's talking about this banned deck, and Caleb still gets no credit, even after the Miss Mulligan meme from a year ago. Didn't hear about that. I know that Caleb was the progenitor of banned spirits, but I don't know if that's, like, common knowledge. Because he didn't like win an SCG Open with it after streaming it a bunch too. Seems like a deck that I could Magus. Bolt seems good. Settle seems good. Warship seems good. Selfless Spirit seems okay. Thalia likely sucks. Having 2 Thalias in my hand in that game was pretty punishing. Yeah, then it got second in teams one other time. Yeah, exactly. He played it like 2 SCGs and he like demolished both of them. I think Daredevil's probably pretty bad. Of all the taxes variants against spirits, I think this one's probably the most likely to actually make some headway. We got to test. Do you want to test any isolates on the board? Probably not. I think I would only play isolate in mono white variants of taxes, and I don't think it hits enough cards even in mono white. Miss Mulligan called him out saying she'd be working on the deck and found from this guy online from CFB. Stupid pop-ups. And cited his deck list he had written about his CFB. Awkward. Yeesh. Also yeesh, but I guess I mean, I just mean in general. Yeah. I mean, obviously I don't know a lot about red-white, but in general, I just don't think it's good enough. It seems exceptionally narrow. The format's not really built around powerful one-drop permanents either. Like, I'm trying to think of the things that it hit that's relevant. It's like burn creatures, expedition maps, opposing aether vials. It's actually probably pretty good. Mana dorks, but for most of the things that I listed, it's just you could play even a Sunlance. It's all about this. Yeah, exactly. Like the 2 and 3s, especially the 2s. The 2s are really powerful in this format. It's like 2s and 4s, honestly. If your deck is built around casting 4-drops, like 4-drops are insane. Gifts Ungiven, Clan Ironworks, Collected Company, Bloodbraid Elf. Gifts Ungiven, Past in Flames. I think we're going to slam Arbiter instead of Coptering. Not sure. They play Hierarch. Yeah, I like just slamming Arbiter. We can set up to Ghost Quarter Copter them. Arbiter makes it more awkward if they have a bunch of fetch lands in their hand. Like that one. Let's see if this opponent knows how to play around Arbiter. Looks like the answer is a resounding maybe. Oh, geez, double Ghost Quarter. You should play my Rogue Hate Bears list. How does Rogue Hate Bears work exactly, Yaz? Yeah, if it were like 1 or less, and obviously you said non-land permanent, it'd be interesting. I'd actually consider it for like Legacy and stuff. Oh man, this opponent knows how to play against Leonin Arbiter. That's mean. Why you gotta be like that, opponent? I think I just want to Ghost Quarter them here. They have to pay 2 mana. Maybe not. Let them. I'll take a look, I guess, but I'm casting a 1-drop here. Casting that 1 Mausoleum Wanderer. Sure. Could actually use second Arbiter, double Ghost Quarter. So I'll take a look. I don't know if I'll play it. I probably own like none of the cards and have to buy a bunch of expensive fetch lands and such. Alright. Completely uncastable Pia and Kiran. Alright, my opponent let second Arbiter resolve, so that's very good for me. Now they just lose all their lands. I have to be wary of Rattle Chains here, though. Guess I should just go Stoke Core to this forest right now to find out. You can pay for 1 Arbiter. That's just not gonna how that's gonna work out, though. They'll pay. Like we have 2 Arbiters. They can't pay. Just gonna send it back to the Stone Age here. Opponent is conceded from game. God, sometimes Leonin Arbiter is real good. Opponent should not have let that second Arbiter resolve. They should have paid for the first Arbiter to crack their fetch in response. Then I would have still got to double strip mine them, but they would have at least been left with a land instead of that fetch. Don't think I'm changing anything. We mulled a 6 and had a no red mana hand, and we still won pretty handedly. But I mean, That was definitely on the back of double Stone Rain, so. On the draw, we'll keep this. Put a mulligan to 6, we're fine. That's really good. If they don't, like, Stony Silence me. I should edit that bot command. It lists, like, it's a very scattered spreadsheet of stuff, but it lists, like, all of my data with the various modern decks I've played. Just kind of not very organized. Because no one actually seems to look at them. And also, I don't... Like, I know where my important modern stats are, and that's, like, Black-White Eldrazi taxes. All these others, I kind of record data, but only end up really playing them for, like, one or so leagues. Man, this feels a lot like a Spell Queller. Do I give them the Vial? Probably? Do I just pass? I might just pass. Give them the Vial, it doesn't seem super relevant. Since they might end up just having to flash it in anyway if they don't have anything else to do. This deck doesn't play other flash creatures at 3, right? Well, let's find out. They could just have nothing. No, they have something. Yeah. I've been waiting for this. Yeah, you missed the first 3 matches. We're 1 and 2, getting horribly bodied. Relic, map, Vile, Hierarch, most burn creatures, Signal Pest, Springly from Ghost Elf Wanderer. Yeah. Doesn't seem like a good hit list. So I could play, like, Vile plus Copter, but then I get, like, punched in the air. The only thing that prevents me from getting punched in the air is just casting a Naked Flicker Wisp, though. But I think I'm more likely to want... Don't want to Magus them, now when they have basic Hierarch. Really unfortunate mold to 6 for us. Magus seems real not great here. I think the answer is just Blade Splicer. Next turn I can Copter plus Vile Wisp, targeting the Blade Splicer. Yeah, it hits Mana Dorks, which is probably one of the most relevant things. It's probably good against Ponza, hits Utopia Sprawls and Arbor Elves. I think the answer is just Blade Splicer here, and just take my beating for this turn. Supreme Phantom, okay. Another Noble, okay. It's a whole lot of damage. You misclicked, yeah, oops, forgot to cast the Magus. So attacking with the Golem is free. If they block with the Supreme Phantom, we body him with this Flicker Wisp. Just get to eat the Supreme Phantom, so... Play this tapped. Play the Delver. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Delver's pretty uncommon to see. But it does hit Delvers. Copter, and I'll bolt the Trotter Skull Captain while it's naked. Don't want to let them untap. So now we have Smuggler's Copter and Wisp on defense. It's not the worst. lot of mana. Wow, they're just drawing mono basics. Rough. Another Supreme Phantom. Ugh. Oof. No common. I mean, Delver of Secrets is a common card. We're playing by that metric. So my opponent punches me for a whole bunch. Ooh, only punches me for a single guy. Could Flicker Wisp it to just save myself a bunch of life, but how am I beating this board? Yeah, I'm not impressed with Isolate as well. It's either Flicker Wisp, my Blade Splicer, or Chump Block it, and then I have to Chump Block it. I think I'm supposed to just Flicker Wisp with the Spell Queller. I guess I also get a free block with the Smuggler's Copter before I do that. I get to loot away this vial. Sorry, I was going to Isolate was uncommon. Oh, I have no idea. Save that for a little bit later, yes. What's Eldrazi versus Spirits look like? Like Black-White Eldrazi Taxes? Spirits is a beating for like any Taxes variant. Yeah, Eldrazi Taxes is probably one of the more favored things, because you have like Wasteland Stranglers and Fatal Pushes and stuff. I played against it once and it was a nightmare, but can't really talk about my other possible knowledge of the matchup. So this is just going to end up killing their Selfless Spirit, right? Because I get to Flicker Wisp, a Supreme Phantom, and then they have to sack Selfless Spirit to save a Supreme Phantom. So that seems like pretty decent here. Let first strike damage happen. Yeah, and so this just kills their Selfless Spirit, so deal. We have a lot of guys in the air for chump blocking. Can try to loot away this Magus against their no fetch lands, all basics double Hierarch draw. Like punch me with a gigantic spell queller again. I don't like. No, they only have one card in hand. I'm not gonna play around like Collected Company or something. I could triple block this, and they get to take down like 2 Copters. It only has 6 power. But then how am I dealing with 4/6 Phantasm attacks? I think I'm more likely to like loot into an answer here. see a Magus. Really hoping for Restoration Angel there. Been real nice. So if I attack, I'd actually just get bodied by double Supreme Phantom now. I think I'd rather loot away the Arbiter with this Copter rather than cast it. Arbiter doesn't really do anything to them anymore. They have a path this time. Ooh, we have a path. God, it's so risky to path this Queller right now. They have 2 cards in hand. They have, like, anything. They're never going to tap low, right? I think we just have to fire off this path on the Queller and hope we get there. Actually, no. Try to fire off a path on a Supreme Phantom after attacking or something. I think we just let this die. I think we're just dead if they have, like, Spell Queller or Coco into Spell Queller. So we're just going to fire off this path and hope. And they have it. Or Rattle Chains, too. Probably shouldn't have played that land. Probably should have made them play around Vial on 3. Now I get F6 value. Still draw like Resto into Kiki and be in this game. I think I'm actually going to tick this file up. Alright, never mind. Oh, I guess we could draw our Worship, and then it's just really awkward. We actually... I think we lose if we draw our Worship. I think we might deck out first. I'm not confident I can kill every creature in my opponent's deck. Maybe. We have, like, we get Pian Karan, enough artifacts, just chuck Thopters at everything. They could get, like, double Drogsoul, and then we just hosed, right? I guess if we draw Settle would be pretty decent here at this point. Pathing it again. Alright. Well, not if they just keep attacking with like one guy. Like they likely will. Opponent reconsidering. That attack seems like the worst. Yeah, that attack seems like the best. I'm gonna block and draw Settle the Wreckage is the plan. We tried. Opponent drew a lot better than us. They just stopped drawing lands and then drew like Worship, Rattle Change, Double Path to Exile. Ugh. The Advanced Spirits matchup is like not good for any Taxes deck. What's this doing here? 15 seconds. Where's my data? Red-white Taxes. Advanced Spirits. Join. Spirits. 3, 1, 2. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, I think we were pretty dead that game. Like as soon as they played Worship, I don't think we can actually have beaten it. I'm trying to think of if we had anything on our deck. It's not like I boarded in Wear Tear. This hand's good against Burn. Hollow one less so. Lava Mancer could be marginally annoying. Might be able to use Daredevil to kill it if they are on Burn, which makes more sense. I don't think Hollow one main decks Lava Man. Actually, I guess no. Lava Man's actually really good against Daredevil. Shoot, I'm gonna work something out. It's part of the cost. Be a little tricky. I'll have to tread through these next couple of turns a little awkwardly. Next turn, probably just Needle Spire's second Vial. I'm not 100% sure that Direfleet Daredevil is on my opponent's radar, so that could be a boon for us. Depends on how proficient they are playing against their red-white Taxes opponent. Well, definitely not casting a creature into fetch, activate Lava Man. We're just going to tick up this Vial. As soon as my opponent lets me. I guess I should look at Yaz's list while we're sitting here waiting. Opponent's taking like a million years to make moves. Alright, so... Can I draw my card now? Thank you. So it's literally my whole turn. I'm just going to F6. Do whatever you want, opponent. Ooh, got fetch and response. Grim Lavamancer, the Hooting Mandrills, Scavengers, Snapcaster, and Young Peasy. It's also going to Blight Bolt me here, sure. Alright, this sets up so that if they don't have a second card in the yard or something, we might be able to eat this Bolt. Don't cast your spell now, opponent. Need it to be on the stack while my Vial's on 2. Seems like an odd time to Lightning Helix me. Tick up. Tick up. Maybe one day. A Flicker Wisp. Alright, that could help. Help me get pushed through this Grim Lavamancer. I think I like just doing this. So they are going to shoot the Lava Man? Or shoot... Wow, shooting my face. Aggressive opponent. Gonna kill that Inspiring Vantage and also play this Thalia. Since now I already have like targets, and my opponent has decided to just aggressively go at my face here, so I think we're just gonna like jam to the board. Opponent only has 2 cards in hand. I don't know what their plan was with this Lavamancer. Why does my opponent take so long whenever I try to do anything? Just back to looking at Yaz's deck here. Master E, Blood Moons, Skews, Tormod's Crypt. I guess you're not even a Tarmogoyf deck, but I guess you are a Hooting Mandrill's deck and a Snapcaster deck. There's really no better card than Tormod's Crypt. It depends on what you're trying to beat. You could play Surgicals in the deck, but obviously each one will have their ups and downsides. Also, no Savage Knuckleblades are out of 10. Oh, are you playing that one Surge card? No, you're not. Traverse. That's what I was trying to think of. Thalia, go for it, opponent. Opponent taking another 1,000,000 years. They're playing Burn with 3 cards in hand. I can't imagine their decision trees are like terribly complicated here. Got him. Leon Arbiter strikes again. I can Lava Man one of my dudes down. Thalia, sure. We have second Thalia, so. Spin Rift Bolt. Dang, I was hoping they would cast a Bolt. Talking down to Burn Kyber. I don't know, I get, like... When my opponents, like, play really, really slowly, it's just kind of... I get bored. No offense to my Burn opponent. Maybe they're very good at this game. Just gonna cast Thalia. If they rift one of my things, I just can counter it with the Wisp. Look at my spirits and taxes list. Oh yeah, sure. I've seen iterations of like the blue-white spirits deck that seem pretty interesting. I think that's the only color. No, I don't own green-white either. In terms of like the color splashes I own on Moto. I don't own green-white or blue-white lands. There's an Eldrazi opponent that'd be more mean. Yeah, I'll for sure take a look. Some of I've seen. I don't know how deep. I imagine you're going more deep into like the spirits part because I've seen some blue-white taxes that like don't look like you really want to even want blue. It was literally for 4 Spellqueller, 2 Reflector Mage, and 4 Mausoleum Wanderer. And it's like, if you just swap out Mausoleum Wanderer for Judge's Familiar, then it's the same deck with like 4 Spellquellers in it and like 2 Reflector Mages. Well, my opponent's taking a million years on this Vial Activation again, so... When they, like, actually can't even do anything here. You can't cast a spell, have a Thalia in play. What do you need? Main deck Gut Shot me as your last card in hand? Okay, yeah, this is deeper on the Spirits plan. You're actually playing, like, Drog Skull Captain, Phantasmal, and Supreme Phantom and stuff. So I already like it more than, like, most of, like, the blue-white Spirits / Taxes variants. It's hard to toe the line there. Counter the Rift Bolt. Goblin Guide, sure. I'm at 10, be going to 8. They're 18, which is a lot. I can't even Daredevil their Rift Bolt because it costs 4 mana when I have Thalia coming back. I think I just have to kill this Grim Lava Man, so we're just gonna eat me alive. Oh no, I was supposed to Violent Daredevil just a blocker and kill them both. I'm an idiot. Oh well. That's what I get for sitting here thinking about my various plays. Oh, that's a good draw. We're at 8 and they have 1 card in hand, so I feel relatively safe. And if they ever cast a Lightning Helix, we just win the game. Keep the Taxes shall need a Spirit. Yeah, which makes some sense. If only Flickerus were like a Spirit instead of Elemental. Man, that would be sick. Is there Supreme Verdict in the sideboard? That seems... Yeah, I mean, how many non-colored lands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? A little bit ambitious. Might just be better as like a Wrath of God anyway. Or just another Settle. Cat, stop chewing on the cord. Gather. Gather, cat. You can't chew on the... You can't chew on the lamp cord. It's important. Almost like a different spirit over image. Yeah, the image Drog Skull Captain synergy is pretty sick, but other than that, like, imaging your other cards is like a little bit weak. Image, yeah, you can't really image Spellqueller with a Vial could be okay. Image Flicker Wisp, Image the Owner Arbiter could be sick depending on your opponent's stuff. Just because you have Thalia and stuff. Image Thalia, not a good combo. Alright, well, my opponent's taking forever again, so we can look at this stuff more. Forge Tender, Disenchant, Rattle Change, Rip, Selfless, Spear Lab, Stony, Eidolon, Settle Supreme Verdict. I don't hate this. I feel like it's a little bit... What are you doing, Cat? I'd have to look at like actual blue-white spirits decks. Oh, my opponent just decided they're dead. All right. Well, I mean, like we didn't. Whatever. Let's go game 2. My opponent's taking long enough as it is. What did I do last time? I brought in like 4 cards. And then cut the slow stuff. What did I end up cutting? Was it just like Pia, Kiki, Copters, Restos? I don't remember what I cut. I played this run 1. I just like legitimately don't remember. Oh, I shaved it. I shaved a Wisp because I'd never. Wisp is usually not great against burn. Does not trade well or does not block well. Only really good with Vial. And I like Resto because it just has the bigger butt. So I think did I cut 2 Wisps last time? If I didn't, I like this iteration. I had the verdict, but not. Yeah, I mean that's fair. It's not like a very substantial difference, but with a decent amount of colorless lands in your deck, the less colorless symbols you have in your spells, the better off you are. But yeah, I definitely see. It's just so the more I look at it, you're playing. I mean, I don't know what like normal blue-white spirits looks like, but blue-white spirits kind of existed after Supreme Phantom got printed as well. So like not just Bant Spirits, but like they play Aether Vial, so Coco and stuff. And I'm not. So you're playing essentially Flicker Wisp, Leonin plus Thalia over whatever they play in that deck, which I just don't. I don't know. Probably like Rattle Chain's main, more Supreme, or no, you have 4 Supreme Phantoms. Rattle Chain's main, maybe some like Selfless Spirits or more Full Clerics or whatever. Which maybe this is just better because the disruptive elements like Leonin, Harper, and Thalia can win you a lot of matches that Bant Spirits is probably not great in, or not Bant Spirits, but blue-white Spirits. There's not a lot of value generation is my main concern. So you talked about like being an aggro deck, you can aggro beatdown with Supreme Phantom and Drogskol Captain, but there's no value, right? Like you don't have Blade Splicers or like Eldrazi Displacers or anything, so you're not going to be as favored a long game. So you're like leaning way harder into the tempo plan, which isn't a bad thing per se. It's just like kind of a different stance on the deck. Could be interesting because like closing games is definitely important, and like this deck is supposed to be tuned to beat these grindy decks, and I've just lost to a bunch of decks where I would have much rather had a clock than tried to grind them out. Tron and Scapeshift, and then Bant Spirit's kind of a wash, I guess. Yeah, you can definitely transition from like the tempo disruption to beatdowns pretty easily. Seems fine. Not great, but fine. Just like this deck loses much harder to say a Supreme Verdict. I mean, you have Spellcaller to beat Supreme Verdict, but it's harder to rebuild after a board wipe of some sort because you can't just like, all right, you board wipe me, Viola and Blade Splicer, untap, Flicker Wisp, Blade Splicer, rebuild a board. And now the Rogue Hate Bears list. Yeah, I was looking at that one too. I'm not sure why it's Hate Bears per se. It is a lot of like 2-drops, but I don't know if Hate Bears is the right moniker for the deck. Feels Resto. I wonder if I'm supposed to just. Probably not supposed to chump block with this Inspector because I have this Copter in my hand. Copter blocks Goblin Guide better. And if I just block, I would have to just crack Glue on turn 2 or play a naked Copter. Wow, rude. And aggressive. I guess that answers that. Thalia? Daredevil. Do I try to set up Daredevil on 4 here? Graveyard hate. Hate. Certainly hates stuff with Scavenging Ooze. It is like kind of an honorary hate bear a little bit. Opponent has 4 cards in hand, so I just don't think I can just take 1,000,000 damage from this Goblin Guide. I think I'm just supposed to tempo out Daredevil. block this guide or to eat a burn spell. This game uses Hate Bearer powers a lot like Snap is locked actually. And yes, yeah. I mean, it's just like Hate Bearer versus just like a rug beatdown, a rug tempo-y deck. I mean, not like it's a very distinct difference. And well, we're at like dead life total, so. We need to draw Worship. And they're just gonna bolt me. Ooh, bolt me, hold priority, Boros Charm me. Fancy. Yeah. It's like the Temur Moon deck, except you're not playing any moons. You're playing the moons in the board. And also, I can't figure out for the life of me why you're playing Mishra's Bulb. You don't have any synergies, right? Besides the Mandrills and technically Lavamancer? Like, it'd be one thing if you're playing Traverse. This hand's probably fine. Why is my opponent taking forever? How many basics are in this deck? Bulb was a free filter effect with fetches that lets you hoot faster. Yeah, but is that worth it? Like, you could be playing other cards that synergize with your deck a little better. Like, it does nothing besides slow cantrip. Guide. I guess I'd have to path this as much as I don't want to. Try looting in Serum. Yeah, Serum's always. I've always hated Serum Visions. The card is like a necessary evil in this format, but just always has been really bad. Fortunately, now they can like land false Searing Blaze this Thalia. Opponent trying to cast a 1-drop here? Oh, nope. Eidolon. Yeah, let's see if they fetch. I wouldn't be surprised if, yeah, they did. Would not be surprised if they didn't. I think we'll just sit back on defense here. I don't want them to attack with Eidolon because I don't want to block with Arbiter while I have the chance to manage denial them here. Now, that could be interesting. Like leaning into the Pyromancer side, just playing like the total opposite colors of Mardu Pyro. I'm not sure how good that is. Like you lose the ability to like discard synergistic cards like Lingering Souls, but Bella Mervil is a very powerful card. Yeah, you're a tempo deck, whereas like Pyromancer is a very, very grindy mid-range deck. So, I don't want to play this. Opponent has 4 cards. They basically only have the 1 land until they draw another one. So probably just attack with Thalia Wisp it. They're gonna double block? Wow. Guess I'm okay just killing their Eidolon here. Now I think I want Copter more than I want Wisp. Kind of didn't expect them to block, but okay. Unlocks the rest of my hand here. I guess they were kind of taxed down by Thaliapple's Arbiter, so they couldn't do anything about it. So they want to try and unlock their stuff. Yeah, this is fine. Spike my face, sure. They still can't attack. Although I was half expecting them to attack anyway, to be honest. Lightning Bolt's nice. Let's... Crew Copter. Attack. Draw. Discard Sacred Foundry. Oh, because I get to Ghost Core to them again? Jeez. Now they're just dead. Get to cast Wisp, target my Copter, so they can't attack with their Swift Spear. Yeah. Alright, sweet, we won. So we 2-3'd, and we literally just beat Burn twice with this deck. And lost to Tron, lost to Titan Shift, and lost to Bant Spirits, which isn't surprising. Our Tron games were pretty close. I guess game 1 was close. Game 2 was much less close. My opponent also had a very good draw. My draws against Titan Shift were just straight anemic. Like, I don't think... Go back to the deck list. Yeah, both of my games against Titan Shift were like pretty horrible for me. Do get to teach those dirty burn players a lesson at least. Like every single Texas variant I've ever played has a favorable burn matchup. So anyway, how are the red cards in this deck? We had a chance to beat Tron if we had like hit a land drop. That's the issue of 23 land deck with Kiki Jiki in it, is that we did get Stone Rain like twice that game and still almost managed to cast the Kiki on time, but it was a little bit too late. But Lightning Bolt felt actually pretty good. The ability to like close games and also kill creatures early. It's like if I could play Lightning Bolt over Fatal Push in Eldritch Texas, I definitely would. The card serves this purpose of Fatal Push a lot of the time, and it can also just like deal 3 damage to your opponent's face. Dirty Burn is that like flagrant. It's like when you play Dirty Kitty, but you also play like Lightning Bolts and stuff in it, and you just burn them out with all your card drawn mana. Or it's just those filthy burn players playing their Lightning Bolts and their Goblin Guides. Gotta teach them a lesson with these bad creatures. So anyway, Bolt felt good. Daredevil was ranged from mediocre to good. I mean, we played against Burn twice, so Daredevil's gonna be sweet. And then Tron's terrible, Titan Shift is terrible, Spirits is terrible, so win some, lose some. Definitely Daredevil might not be worth it as a main deck card. Maybe it's like sideboard for grinding matchups. But I do enjoy the fact that you get extra 2-drops that don't suck. That's my biggest problem with mono white taxes. All your 2-drops suck because you don't get to play Stoneforge Mystic. What is Daredevil? Direfleet Daredevil. The little like reverse Snapcaster guy. Pia, we never cast Pia in Quran. We cast Pia once against Tron, and that was the game we like ended up dying anyway. But we cast Magus once, and then it died to a Walking Ballista. So all in all, I don't know anything about the mono red or the red splash really. Like we played 5 matches, it's never enough to be able to tell whether or not I like the certain variations of the deck. It felt pretty fine. What do you get with that? You get you just get to like cast cards that you don't get in your own deck mostly. You can vial it in, take your opponent. It also counters Snapcasters if you have it on vial. You can like Daredevil Thoughtseize or Daredevil Bolt their guy, Daredevil Cryptic Command on vial. Daredevil with their Lingering Souls, if they haven't flashed it back yet or something. It's pretty reasonable, I think, in a large portion of matchups. We ran into a couple that are awkward. Obviously, it's bad against any Aether Vial deck or most Collected Company decks, although it's pretty good with the card Collected Company, with your opponent's Collected Company. I also could see a red-white variant that isn't playing the Kiki plan could actually maybe utilize Militia Bugler better than like a black-white variant that I was testing. Because other than Flicker Wisp, like, you have Pia and Kiran, which is a good hit. Daredevil is a good hit. You'd have to, like, you cut Copters, you cut Restos, and you play, like, I don't know, other stuff, more Pia and Kirans or something for grindiness. I could see it. Red-white might be a better Bugler shell. Speaking of which, I also need to play Spire Space's green-white Kogo Taxus deck at some point. My dirtiest Daredevil play was Daredevil K-Command, get back my Daredevil, Daredevil Electrolyte, drop Flickers, Flicker. Jesus Christ. I think the best I've done is Daredevil, my opponent's Life from the Loam against, like, Legacy lands, and I exiled it, and I got back, like, Wasteland, Port, or whatever. Always wanted to make a white-red LD in Texas work. Yeah, too bad Thalia and Stone Rain's like such an awkward anti-synergy. You could play like Avalanche Riders and Flicker Wisp. Play Avalanche Riders, you can find it off of Militia Buglers. Now there's a thought for another day. Really, really, really bad red-white Stone Rain in Texas. Oh, we play Alessia's Smiles to Death, Fulminator Mage? Oh man. Alright. Maybe we're in this deck. I don't think we're playing Militia Bugler anymore. We're playing Alessia, but like, Rallier seems ambitious. This seems cool. One day we're working on getting a card holder sponsorship. So once we do that, we can fuck around with whatever garbage decks. I'd be happy to borrow cards from card holder and like play through stuff. But I don't want to burn my hard-earned ticks on these obviously horrible ideas. But I love messing around with, like, dumb Death and Taxes stuff. I could see, like, Avalanche Riders, Fulminator Mages, Thalias, Arbiters, Ghost Quarters, Flicker Wisps. Maybe some Alessias. Alright, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Long day. If you blow up their lands, you can't kill Thalia. True. If you keep blowing up their lands, they can never pay the Arbiter tax. Alessia, who smiles at death. How much mana is there for that activated ability? And okay, let's come down with the Path of Metal. I don't think our deck is very well. All right, hang on. We have Avalanche Rider has haste. Thalia, Alessia have first strike. Daredevil has first strike. And it's like, yeah, we're not playing Path of Metal. I tried, yes. Anyhow, at least we get to end the stream. Yesterday's stream, for those of you that weren't here, we were literal turns away from 5-0ing in Legacy Taxes, and my internet cut out, and we timed out. It was very sad, but them's the breaks. I still gotta tweet out my, like, quote-unquote 5-0 list, which I will do after this and after I upload these YouTube videos. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you had a good time hanging out today with some red-white taxes. If you enjoyed the content, you want to see more in the future, we play a ton of Death Taxes on this channel, so you can hit the follow button if you want to see more. Costs you totally nothing. Helps you know when I'm going live and such. You can also subscribe or donate. Subscriptions get you Yaz gifted a tier 1 sub to Kogan. Yaz, thank you for your continued generosity to the stream, and welcome, Kogan, to I don't have a name for my subscribers, but welcome to the fold. Enjoy your Thalia emote. Anyhow, lost track of what I was saying. Subscriptions. Oh yeah, good timing. It's almost like that was planned, Yaz. Subscriptions get you the sweet Thalia emote that Yaz is showing off, and that Kogan now has access to. Donations, probably more optimized once we get a cardholder sponsorship at some point. Oh, we're talking about the name for my subscribers. But anyway, donations, I'd be more than happy to play any taxes deck you want to see. Within reason right now, obviously, like I talked about like probably 5 minutes ago, paying out of pocket, or paying out of winnings mostly, to support bad ideas like this one. So let me know if you want to see a taxes deck, you want to see a certain color or format or card within reason, and I'll see what I can do. And once we get the sponsorship, I'll be much more willing to try out like a much wider variety of decks. Anyway, also you can find me on YouTube or Twitter. Links down below. YouTube, I always post my streams after I go live, and Twitter, I always post when I am going live. So if you need one on my schedule, you can do that. Anyhow, I've rambled on for far too long. I want to sleep, and I'm sure other people want to sleep as well, or go about whatever else they plan to do. So we're going to find someone to host, because I hadn't been doing that while I rambled here. It's bad at planning. So Magic the Gathering. Alright, who's streaming something cool? Vintage Storm, not bad. Legacy Drinking and Teamer Twin. I'm into that. Alright, we'll host Geeky Jackson. Oh god.
Okay.
They're not muted. Alright, we'll go host them. They're playing some nonsense. That does not look like Teamer Twin. It looks like Grix is something or other. It's like 4 defense grids or something in play. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to bed. Night, folks. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you guys all again tomorrow. As soon as I find... Oh no, they just went offline. That's why they're not playing. They just went offline. Shoot. Alright, hang on. Hang on, chat.
Oh, this is the Spraggle.
Yeah. We'll host Capolo 42. He's been in a stream before. He's playing like MTG Arena, I think, but he's been in a stream before. Go host him. Alright. Anyway, bye for reals this time.